Hi, my name is Susan Liu, and I'm a junior in IB Physics SL1. I researched about the pros and cons of GMOs. This was interesting for me because I only knew that GMOs were bad for me. After researching so much about GMOs, it made me realize that GMOs could stop malnutrition. By adding vitamins into a crop and giving it to a third world country, it could eliminate the factor of people dying from malnutrition.
My name is Molly Duggan and I'm in 11th grade. I research how GMOs affect the body. This was interesting to me because I want to be a nurse anesthetist after college and the human body fascinates me. My family is also concerned about what we eat, and there's a lot of rumors surrounding GMOs that are interesting to solve.
My name is Om Parekh and I am in IB Chemistry SL in 10th grade. My contribution to this project includes showing how GMOs could be implemented in third world countries and how GMOs could be integrated into agriculture and how that would benefit the farmers.
GMOs, also known as genetically modified organisms, can be found anywhere in the grocery store today. Many ponder the effects of GMOs, but are they truly bad? One side of the argument says that some plants are genetically modified for multiple reasons, such as improving resistance to insects and generating healthier crops. This can lower the risk of crop failure and make crops better resistant to extreme weather. By genetically modifying certain organisms, this can increase the shelf life of a product and give better nutrition. Another upside of modifying GMO foods in terms of mineral or vitamin content is the fact that companies can supply more necessary nutrients and help fight worldwide malnutrition. With so many pros, there must be a downside. In 2009 to 11, food allergies in children 18 and younger spiked from 3.4% in 1997 to 1999 to 5.1%. These might be small percentages, but if you were to find how many people who had allergies out of 1 billion people, you would be surprised with the results. Not only causing allergies, we humans can get allergic reactions from GMOs, according to Brown University study. Another downside of GMOs is lowered resistance to antibiotics. Some GMOs have built-in antibiotic qualities that enhance immunity, according to Iowa State University, but eating them can lessen the effectiveness of actual antibiotics. Well, let's travel down the road and learn about how GMOs affect one's body.
There's a lot of talk about GMOs in the body. Many people are afraid of GMOs because they've heard that in animals they can cause, quote, organ damage, gastrointestinal and immune system disorders, accelerated aging, and infertility. Although this isn't true. Quote, they fed rats over 7,000 times the average human daily consumption of either GMO or non-GMO tomato or sweet pepper for 30 days and monitored their overall health. Finally, they carried out a histopathology and again found no differences in the stomach, liver, heart, kidney, spleen, or reproductive organs of GMO versus non-GMO fed rats. Despite massive ingestion of GMO potato, tomato, or sweet pepper, these studies demonstrated no differences in the vitality or health of the animals, even at the microscopic level. Now, this was an experiment on animals, not humans. There hasn't been enough research on humans to know the real effect of GMOs on the body. This doesn't mean that they are harmful either. Quote, genetically modified crops available in the market that are intended for human consumption are generally safe. Their consumption is not associated with serious health problems. However, because of potential exposure of a large segment of human population to genetically modified foods, more research is needed to ensure that the genetically modified foods are safe for human consumption. This essentially means that GMOs are safe, but there needs to be more research. This affects a large group of people, so it's important that GMOs are thoroughly studied. Speaking of large groups of people, let's go to Om about how GMOs can affect third world countries.
When talking about genetically modified organisms in terms of food, it is impossible to shy away from the fact that the potential benefits it could have in malnourished countries could be staggering. In the United States, which is by no measure a malnourished nation, the debate is not about whether or not GMOs are safe to eat, but about whether technology is saving the world or destroying it. As Ramez Nam writes for the Grist, people starving in countries cannot afford to make those arguments because the priority for them is to make sure that they are fed. Looking at this from a sociological lens, the implementation of GMOs into third world countries would have to start at the top of the hierarchy, with big companies incentivizing farmers to use their products and governments allowing it. But because the governments of countries such as India and most of Saharan Africa do not allow for GMOs, or for most GMOs, the peoples of their countries are not able to reap the benefits of them. Until the regulators and the government at the top of these sociological hierarchies approve these GMOs, the conditions for farmers and people in their country will not change. Well, one might argue there is no proven benefit to having GMO crops. Well, there is. Take India, for example. Cotton production is a huge industry there, but when the company Monsanto introduced a specific cotton that repelled insects without farmers having to go out and buy additional pesticides, the cotton industry in India soared. GMOs in crops like cotton don't necessarily feed people, but they provide a beneficial backend by boosting the economy and lifting farmers out of poverty.